do much for your image, because I'm gonna tell you, I've been there, I've done that. I've been that girl that want to be Instagram famous. You know, I used to wear my blonde weaves. I used to wear my wigs. I'm a hairstylist, so I used to do all that. I used to do my makeup, cake that shit up, bake that shit, contour it, highlight, all that shit. Just so I can get a type of man. And you know what he did? He dogged me. Just like Jay-Z did Beyonce. He cheated, bitch. It don't matter. It don't matter, honey. That shit really doesn't matter. Y'all be putting y'all mind and y'all thought into some dick. That dick lasts for however long it lasts, and then what? And then what? So, growing up black, I had this. I was in middle school. Let's grow up. Elementary school, let me tell you, I really put my mind into being a strong black woman. I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be. I tried to be the treasurer. I was the treasurer of the little bank they had up in elementary school. Let me tell you, I was the patrol. Would you do that? The little fucking bus patrol. I was the safety patrol, bitch. Yes, okay. I was very articulate in my class. Not to say I'm not now, but I was very articulate in my classes. I ran a lot of shit growing up in elementary school. I have medals over there. I ran track and all that shit, but that's a little older. So I was very like, I'm gonna be. I was secretary of the school. I did that treasury shit for the capital. I was like Cardinal Bank for Virginia when some shit for little kids to start a bank account and start building their future. So I did that shit and it was lit. I can't lie. It was lit. I loved it. I loved it. I can't lie. Um, that's when I knew like I want to be smart. Like I won't care. I love the Scholastic Book Fair. I was like, I didn't care about all that bullshit I saw growing up when they was doing drugs and doing this and doing. I never really. I was like, yeah, cool, but I love this. So I was like writing poetry fluently. And I go into middle school, and it was a and in elementary school. I remember this real racist um assistant principal, but the principal was black, so she kind of always had my back. So I never really had to deal with her. Her name is Miss Stagnant. I remember that bitch. So I never really had to deal with that lady. Because I had Miss Jessie, the principal there. That was a former, she was a fellow black woman, so she understood and she just wanted to take me under her wing, I felt. And that was amazing to me that another black woman wanted to do that for me and gave me all the opportunities I had in elementary school. So let's say moving on to middle school, and I'm in Virginia now. I had moved past living with my aunt. That was a different scenario. My mom and all that, she was going through what she went through, and we ended up moving into this place. My sister graduated and came and moved with us, and it was not the best area for a young black woman. Let's talk about it. Um, where I remember this drunk guy used to think that it was his fucking apartment. And it was like a two-bedroom apartment. Me, my sister, and my mom. My sister had her own room. And we had this big window. And a tree was right there. And then the kitchen. And then back there was the bathroom. And then it was me and my mom's room. And I was on this side and she was on that side. And I remember I had saved money for she hates me telling this story, but I had saved money for like going to school. When you sell those fucking gift wrap papers or whatever. I had done that, saved money, but I forgot to turn the money in. So I kept that shit, and I had about $500, and I fucking had it in an envelope, and I taped it to the bottom of like my brat's doll head. I'm a hairstylist, and I used to do the hair on those little dolls, so it was just like here and out. So underneath, she didn't really have much. You could hold her and things like that. So I taped the envelope of my money underneath there, and my mother stole it. She stole it, and then I was very upset. I looked for it for hours. She told me she didn't know what I was talking about. I was crazy. Of course, the bitch is crazy, and it was gone. It was gone. My money was gone. She never told me for a couple of years after it. She needed to pay bills, but then here I am again. Just be fucking honest. Tell me. I feel like that would have gone a whole lot of fucking better. Okay, so we're living there. You know, my sister has all these privileges. Her and my mom has always been buddy buddy. It's been me and my mom that's clashing. And we don't fucking get along, you know. And I know that some people go through that. You're just that black sheep in the fucking house, you know. It's okay. It's okay. Be that black sheep, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do you. Be who you is, boo boo. Fuck everybody else. And fuck what they think and fuck how they feel. I don't give a fuck. And you shouldn't either. So, at the end of the day, you know, middle school is hard. After that, we moved. After she robbed me, my first time ever being robbed, you know, by my mom. But I had been robbed a lot, honestly. But we moved to fucking Alexandria. We moved all over the fucking hood. It was just fucking ratchet as fuck. Just ghetto trash. People trying to break in. Just fucking homeless people. And you would see shit on the street. I know you would see needles in here. You know, crack addicts, normal shit. My mom tries to pretend that, oh, that never happened. I never saw that. We never lived in those areas. But bitch, if I saw it, it was in my fucking imagination. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. That should just be pissing me off. Like people be trying to tell me like, oh, you never saw that. You didn't see. Like I know what the fuck I saw. So it was. I moved to Woodbridge. Woodbridge is a whole nother video because honestly, that made me who I am. So we moved to Woodbridge. We lived in. I'm pretty sure we lived in Summerlin Heights. Yeah, we lived in Summerlin Heights, and I lived upstairs from these guys. And you know how I just am very. I just become friends with guys first. And I went to Fredlin Middle School, and I was just fuck it. Like I was in sixth grade, okay, and it was the most ratchet fucking middle school in Virginia, but in Woodbridge especially, they have their districts, you know. But Fredlin was the most ratchet, and I had to be that girl. I didn't like. I felt like okay, in our community, it was oh, you're either going to be that whore, you sleep with everybody, that girl that is friends with all the dudes, just a homie, you know, we don't know if she's gay or not because they're fucking immature or whatever. And or you're just gonna be that silent nerd type and you're gonna stick to yourself. Or you're gonna be that funny, dorky, whatever. So in between me, I was that funny, dorky. I didn't really give a fuck. I have always lived in my throat chakra. I'm going to say this over and over again. So I never really give a fuck. I don't get embarrassed easily. That's why I guess I'm doing this. Um, so and I was that girl that always was friends with guys. Yeah, the homie. They always thought it was gay or some shit, or I just couldn't get a date. Maybe we don't know, but um, yeah, I just always was friends with guys. I lived downstairs from these guys, and we like they became my cousins. Like, I started doing their dreads, and I was just very known in the neighborhood, you know. Over time living there and going to that school, I started to know a lot of people, you know. My friends, they grew up in very hard situations. So I had friends that in middle school had gone to jail or juvie, gotten out, come back to school, and they're literally like, this shit is not right. Like, they hate it. They can't be into school. They don't want to be there. And then they were fucking, and most of them had babies in 7th, 8th grade, you know. So I know young parents, and I was like, I'm never gonna lose my virginity. I'm gonna be like, good girl. And I know women that think like this, and that's fine. You don't have to feel like you need to give in to your community. Okay, you can be a part of your community without giving into your community, and I think that's the thin line where people get torn, you know, because they fall into, I want to be in love, or I want him to notice me, or, they just fall into that and they stay there. Where I was like, I'm not going to stay there. So this guy, he he just was a torment of the school. Everybody knew he'd been a juvie. He was a bad boy, you know. He dated everybody. He would make girls lose their virginity. All that to a girl that has been through everything that a girl like me has been through. You gravitate towards those people, and that's when you start realizing, oh, I like guys. Oh, what is this? What is happening down here? And yeah, I'm feeling this. I like him, and I started writing poems. You know, I'm a little fucking nerd. Nobody really fucking like. I have friends. I like, don't lie. Everybody knew me, but I just stuck to myself. I didn't fucking deal with that shit. And I ended up being friends with this girl named Tina, and we were very fucking close, and she was like my cousin. So she moved into Summerlin Heights right across the street from me, and I literally had to move like closer to her. So we lived literally on the same block, so I could walk like one apartment down, and we was like I was at her house, you know. And then her brother was friends with the guys upstairs, so we just all became a fucking clique. Like, so living in that area, in that urban area, you were like, fuck it, I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be outside in the streets. We could be outside. It was fucking normal for people to go outside. Like, now it's not. But young black woman, have you had a strict mom? Like, you try to go outside. My mom literally was like, call me every 30 minutes. She wanted to make sure she knew where I lived and what I was doing. I used to sneak out a lot. I used to sneak out a lot. Like, I could never sneak out at night, but I used to sneak out during the day when she was at work. And I used to literally, like, be like, oh, when I got older, Mom, I want to go to the mall with Tina. Let me borrow your car. I would go to Maryland. I would go try to meet dudes because I was just in the headspace where I needed acceptance, and I needed a man to validate me. So I'm here to say, girl, like, to each his own, do but you don't need that man to validate you. If you want to go and get it and you want to go see that dude an hour or so away, do the right thing. Try to take the bus if you ain't got a car. Don't steal your mom's car, okay? Don't say you're going to the mall and then you don't fucking go to the mall and you go visit this dude. So I used to I don't know. So I grew up and I was just like hard. I grew up hard. Like, I didn't care about anything. Like, I used to fight at a very young age. I did curious. After that experience with that guy, I would go to daycares and people would, I would go to daycare. When people would try me, I would fight them. I didn't give a fuck. Like, at that point, like, nobody's gonna fucking try me. Nobody's gonna disrespect me. Nobody's gonna take advantage of me. And that's the thing when I say a real black woman. I'm sorry, honey. Because I never fucking fell victim. And I would never fall victim. So you grow up and you deal with these things and you feel like all this pressure is on you and all these men are against you because I'm not even gonna go on to the next subject. That's just another subject. But you feel like all these people are against you. Your father is not there, and your mom's strict. She's barely there. You are placed into the arms of other people to sustain you, to help you grow, to be your mentor, to be your parent. But then all you really want is your parent. Know that. You take that anger, you take that hostility, and you put that into something creative. Don't let it hold you.